Okay, Uber Rights, it's Gig Guy, London, and so I want to talk about fare policy changes in Greater London. Now, for those drivers who are registered with TfL, Transport for London, and are working in London, you will know there's a difference in pay between working inside the M25, which is the motorway that circles London, for those of you who are not London based, and there's a lower fare or lower rate for pickups outside of the M25. So as of the 14th of March 2018, it's another date, 14th of March, another change coming in. Any jobs that you pick up outside of the M25 motorway, which were previously priced at a lower rate, will now be at a standardised rate, which is the London rate. And the London rate is, the base rate is £2.50, and it's £1.25 per mile, and per minute is 15p, I believe, and the minimum fare is £5. Now, previously, I live probably not too far from the M25. I'm on the north side of London, and that's where I start my day, and that's where I finish my day. And typically what would happen, sometimes Uber would drag you outside of London, and you'll go into Greater London, which is outside the M25, and any jobs you pick up outside out there, you're going to get a lower rate. So typically what I'll do, don't know, I might do a few jobs out there if it's busy, but obviously it's at a lower rate, and I'm working a little bit harder to get the same money. So I would typically find myself back inside the M25 to get the higher rate, which all too often works really well for me. Now, with the current changes that came into effect on Wednesday the 14th of March, I no longer have to worry about getting dragged outside of the M25 and potentially picking up fares for a lower rate. I didn't really mind, actually, because outside of the M25 there is relatively little traffic in comparison to London traffic. You know, it's relatively mild. There's no width restrictions or limited width restrictions. We don't really have too many speed humps. I mean, every other road in London's got speed humps. Every other back street. Yeah, so that's a consideration that I took into account. So sometimes I'll drive out and get the lower rate fare, and typically the jobs will be longer as well, because transportation around them sides is pretty dire. Buses come probably once every half an hour, I'm guessing anyway. I don't take a bus anywhere outside the M25, but they don't look like they're coming too regular anyway. So but with this new change, all it's going to mean is it's more beneficial. So when I start my day, instead of me driving in the direction of central London, generally to different towns on the way to central London, I can now drive in the opposite direction and start driving out of London, knowing that I'm going to be getting the same fare. I think this change is going to benefit the drivers, obviously, because you're going to get a standardised fare in the Greater London area. However, for passengers in these commuter belt towns outside of the M25, they're going to be paying a little bit more for their journey. Now, what I find, as I said before, is typically people who live outside the M25 travel a little bit further, so they're going to be getting hit in the pocket for making the same journeys they probably make on a regular basis. So yeah, benefits to the driver, not so good for riders in those commuter belt towns. And also people who live and work, well, people who work in these commuter belt towns, they're on a different rate from those who actually work in London. In London you get a London waiting time, outside London you don't get it. So yeah, their bottom line is going to get hit quite a bit. As for me, I'm very happy. I'm happy to pick you up if you're happy to pay. If you've got any questions, any comments, if you're an Uber driver and this policy affects you and you're happy about it, or you've got any other opinions, leave a comment below. As always, share, and subscribe below. This is the Gig Guy, London. I'm signing out. Peace.